Happy New Year. It's that time of year that we all set these ambitious goals for the year ahead. But let's be honest, some of these resolutions are really easier made than kept, especially when it comes to our radio station website. Hi, it's Jim, and welcome to Better Radio Websites, the podcast that wants to help you get more visitors and the most revenue from your radio station website. If you haven't yet, be sure that you check out our YouTube channel if you're not here already. But if you're listening to the audio version of this, check out our YouTube channel and like and subscribe there. And wherever you get this podcast, please leave us a comment and let us know how we're doing. What kind of topics are you most passionate about when it comes to your radio station website? And if we haven't covered it yet, we'd love to cover it and get that information out to as many people as we can. All right, so we're talking about the new year and all of the opportunities and the bold promises that we make when it comes to our radio station website. And yes, most of these they're easily made, but some of them are rarely kept. And so I thought I'd go ahead and run down the top New Year's resolutions that we sometimes make for our radio station website, but will probably end up breaking. All right. So number one is that we'll update with the website regularly. That's the promise. Every week we add new content to keep our listeners coming back. That is what we preach here on the Better Radio Websites, is that you have to have a website that is updated constantly in order to ensure that the listeners have a reason to come back tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. But the reality is that you may start on that, but then after a month or two, the blog is untouched, the events calendar is outdated, and the homepage just looks like it's either gone or it has a bunch of information they are still talking about last year's summer music festival. All right, now the fix is that commit to a realistic posting schedule. This is going to change per station and per market. Updates, yes, they should be daily, but look, if you can update something on the website just once per week, that can make a huge difference if it's done consistently. And that is really the key, is being consistent. Our website at Skyrocket Radio would not be successful and have people coming to it on a regular basis if it only talked about what we did. And I didn't post these as blog posts and podcast on there as a weekly commitment, because this content is what actually makes us appear in search engines. So you have to commit to a realistic posting schedule. That's going to differ for you than it will be for somebody else, but just be sure that it is consistent. Number two is to make sure our mobile site and app is perfect. The promise is this year is going to be the year that we optimize everything for mobile, because we know that more people are visiting our platforms on mobile devices. Well, the reality is listeners are still going to be squinting over oversized images and struggling to find where the listen live button is and how to use the menu, and clicking on broken links on their phones and having to turn things sideways in order to get things to look right on their device. Yes, it's very, very frustrating. And that could be the reason why you're not seeing a lot of mobile visitors experience your radio station. Well, the fix is to audit your mobile site and your mobile app early this year. Go through each page and ensure everything works as it should. Make sure everything that you do on mobile is a priority for your radio station. Because like I said, more listeners are experiencing our radio stations on mobile devices. So you'll want to be sure, go through the menu on your mobile site and to ensure everything there is of value, and make sure that things can be found easily. You may want to look into doing a usability test and have somebody actually, give them a phone and say, here's our website, pull up our internet stream and listen for a while. Is all of that seamless, or what problems are you facing? Send that out to, people that maybe other general managers or other managers in other markets, and say, hey, would you mind just pulling up our website and going through it and just kind of giving us your thoughts on everything that we're doing? And you'll more than likely get a bunch of things coming back to you saying, Well, hey, I couldn't even find your listen live button on your mobile site. I know it's very present on your desktop site, but I couldn't find it on your mobile site or your mobile app or whatever. So that kind of thing could give you a lot of great insights. Number three is to we'll finally fix our SEO. Yeah, the promise is 2025 is going to be the year that we dominate in search. The reality is that you're going to forget to optimize your metadata. You're going to skip these alt tags on your images that we've talked about. You're going to neglect adding that fresh, relevant content, all the while wondering why your traffic is not growing. And all of that is going to be the reason why. If you skip adding those alt tags on your images, if you do an image search in Google, you notice that you can do a search for pretty much anything and those images will come up. Well, those images would not come up if the alt and title tags were image 123 or something like that, because Google can't actually read the images yet that I know of, but they probably will eventually. But right now, they depend on those alt and those title tags. Your listeners are probably not doing image search, but when all of those tags are present on your content, it ups the SEO of whatever content it is. So if you have a post that you want to rank for, like advertise with us in your market, then you'll want to ensure all of those tags are included on the images that you include on that page. All right. So the fix is to start with small, actionable SEO improvements. Just search for SEO improvements on my website or something like that. You're going to come up with 1,000 videos on small things that you can do to improve the SEO of your website. And you may want to even consider hiring a pro to handle the technical side of the SEO. I don't think that you need to do that. Our content is found just by doing the right things consistently, adding those tags. I mean, if you right click on the tag on our website, you're going to see what the alt and the title tags are for all images, because all of those images matter when it comes to SEO. All right, number four is we're going to be more active on social media. Daily posts, live videos. We're going to engage with every comment and direct message. A lot of stations do a pretty good job of posting daily on social media just because it's so easy. But the reality is, after a few weeks, it's sporadic posts here and there, only when big things happen, and the engagement is just you liking your own content. All right. Well, the fix is to set up a manageable social media plan with tools like Hootsuite, Buffer, and there's all kinds of other ones out there to schedule posts and then track engagement. Set somebody up to be notified when somebody posts a comment or ask a question, so that they can stay on top of it. You're not like 3, 4, 5 weeks later saying, "Oh, they asked me a question 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks ago." All right. So number five is that we're going to stay on top of website maintenance. The promise is that this year you're going to ensure that your website is always running smoothly. There's no broken links. There's no downtime. No outdated code on your website. The reality is that really maintenance does get pushed to the back burner, because if it's working, everything must be fine, right? But actually, that's not the case, because if you have outdated code running in the background, that's only a matter of time before you have a security breach. And when something breaks, then you move to scramble to fix it. Well, the fix is to schedule regular maintenance checkups, monthly audits for plugins, backups, and security updates. They can save you a huge headache a little bit later on. And if you have a dedicated website partner like Skyrocket Radio, well, then we're doing all of that technical stuff in the background for you. But you may want to, include a plugin on your website that goes out and checks for broken links. You can check this in your Google console as well.
Looking to maximize your radio station's digital presence? Skyrocket Radio delivers custom websites and mobile apps built exclusively for radio stations by radio professionals. Our websites engage listeners and drive revenue, while the integrated apps keep your audience connected wherever they are. It's a complete digital solution designed to boost your station's reach and ad sales. To take your station's online experience to the next level, visit skyrocketradio.com.
And number six is we're going to clean up the homepage, make it a whole lot easier for everybody. Where the promise is going to, this year, no more clutter. We're going to keep the homepage sleek, focused. But the reality is, before long, the homepage is stuffed with contest ads, sliders, outdated promos, and a million other distractions. You know, we're our hatred for sliders here at Skyrocket Radio because they've just gone out of date. I mean, everybody gets a slide. You know, the salesperson gets a slide, and the programming person gets a slide, and the morning show gets a slide, and there's no real value in all of that, and all of it goes to just slow down the website. The fix is to revisit your homepage design quarterly or monthly and remove anything that doesn't add immediate value to your listeners. That is the main thing. Everything there should have a purpose, not just there because you want to look like you're better than your competition. If everything on your homepage is of value, then you're going to find that that's going to be a whole lot better for you. Number 7 is we're going to post more local news and events. Here it is. The promise is hyper local content will be our bread and butter. The reality is finding, writing, and posting local stories becomes a daunting task. Your site looks more syndicated than ever. And if all that you have is national news and political posts and entertainment news and stuff like that, then you're really doing no different than what the large markets are doing, because they don't have anybody to do local news and events on their website, and their websites do not see a lot of traffic. If you look at the website in for a national group in large markets like Chicago or Detroit or New York or whatever, their websites, they're probably not making a lot of traffic from local content. Yeah, they're probably, they break the new entertainment news whenever it breaks or something like that, but nothing for local. That's where our bread and butter should be in smaller markets, because we can do that a whole lot better than the national platforms. The fix is to partner with local businesses and freelancers, source local stories, and maintain a consistent flow of local content. I mean, local events, obituaries, and mugshots, they can easily be copy pasted without any copyright issues. All right, number 8 is that we'll keep our site lightning fast, because the promise is that slow websites lose visitors, and we're going to prioritize speed this year. The reality is that your team is going to be adding all of these unoptimized images and clunky widgets, and suddenly the website takes 10 to 15 seconds to load. The fix is to use tools like Google PageSpeed Insights and GTmetrix to monitor your site's performance, and then stick to lightweight plugins and just optimize every image to the smallest file size possible. Because if your website is loading slow, most likely it's being caused by large images, because radio people, we can be lazy. And so we'll take a image that we have found, and we're not going to take the time to make it smaller. We try to make the size smaller on the screen or whatever, but that does nothing to the file size that's running in the background. And so, yeah, your website is going to load a whole lot slower with those large images in the background. All right, number 9 is that we're going to promote our website on air. The promise is that every DJ is going to remind listeners to check out our awesome website with specific reasons for visiting. The reality, though, is that mentions are sporadic at best, and the website traffic actually shows no spike whenever our people mention the website on air. The fix is to integrate website mentions into your regular programming and script callouts for key segments of the website. Have your voice trackers use the website as a daily source for their on-air content. If you're, using the resolution or the goal of posting content to the website more frequently, then they're going to have things that they can talk about on air, and so they'll be referring specifically for that content in their on-air segments. And then number 10, finally, we're going to get serious about digital revenue. This is the year that we're monetizing our website with banner ads, sponsored content, and contests. That's the promise, but the reality is that ad opportunities are missed, and the website is seen more of a cost rather than a revenue generator. The fix is to treat your website like an additional radio station. Develop a sales strategy and train your teams on the value of your website. Of course, there's no value to your website if there's no content being consistently made on your website. It all comes back around to the content. All right. So, but if you can do that, then all of these resolutions are going to be very, very easy to attain. If you generate that content on a consistent basis and that content is optimized to load very, very fast, oh my gosh, that's a win for you in 2025. So it's never too late to start again on these resolutions. As a matter of fact, resolutions is probably a bad word to use here at the first of the year. Let's call these goals. All right, because I think goals are more attainable. Start small, focus on consistency, and prioritize that what will have the most impact. For example, cleaning up the homepage. That might have a big impact if you just take away all of the fluff. Actually look at analytics and see what people are clicking on. If people are not clicking on specific things on your homepage over the last month, gone. Don't wait for it to be relevant or whatever. It's not relevant to your audience. Kick it out and just make it totally gone, because that's going to make your page load a whole lot faster, and that's going to boost your SEO scores for that homepage. All right. Make your online presence a key priority this year. And if you do that, you're going to see a very, very strong 2025 in the online revenue column. All right. Hopefully, this information has helped you. If it has, please like, subscribe, and share it out to your radio colleagues. We so much appreciate that. And hey, if you need help with your radio station website, we're here to help. Reach out to us at skyrocketradio.com. We'd love to help you with all of these goals in the new year. Have an awesome week online making your radio station website better. We'll see you next time.